So welcome to the second part of Chanza Lifestyle series, where we talk about everything to do with real estate. And today we are here with Advocate of the High Court, Faith Dhuku, just to take us through everything to do with real estate investments. So, Faith, probably on to our first question for this second part. And I want us to talk a little bit about the foreigners and also the diaspora market. So, are there any restrictions for foreigners and people in the diaspora who are looking to own real estate in Kenya?
Not to be a lawyer, but it depends.
Okay.
Okay, not to go into the details and the nitty-gritties, but generally, if you're a Kenyan citizen, you can actually own land in Kenya, whether you are residing in the diaspora or not. However, if you're not a Kenyan citizen, the Constitution provides that you have to hold property with a 99-year-old lease. So there are very many nitty-gritties that go into that. So, get an advocate when you're buying property and they'll tell you more.
Get Faith Dhuku.
Yes.
So, Wakili, taxes are currently a big thing in the country, and no one wants to be on the wrong side of the Kenya Revenue Authorities. And so that leads me to the question of what are the taxes associated with real estate investments in Kenya currently?
Well, there are two main taxes that are involved when you're purchasing property in Kenya. So the first one is called stamp duty. Okay. So stamp duty is paid by the person who is buying the property. Buying the property. The other tax that we have applicable is the capital gains tax. As it says, gains. So that one is sold by the person who is gaining from that transaction, and most of the time it is paid by the person who is selling the property. So stamp duty is paid by the person who is buying the property, and capital gains tax is paid by the person who is selling the property. So different places in the country will determine how much stamp duty will be paid, and the process is of having the stamp duty paid is a bit strenuous and long, but those are nitty-gritties that maybe we can get to in another session.
Let's talk about zoning for a minute, yeah? And this is also quite a big thing. People say that it's been ignored in the country, but regardless, I think it's a very important topic for us to talk about. So, how do zoning laws work?
So zoning as a concept is the process in which different areas within a country are designed to serve a specific purpose. So for example, you have a place maybe that is designated for residential use only. That is what zoning regulations and laws are. So the zoning laws really prescribe what you can do in one particular area, and that's why you'll hear some people saying, no, you can't put up a club over here because we live here. That's why you cannot put a school and a bar in the same place. Those are regulations that are governed by what we call the zoning laws, and they do affect real estate property investments. So it's good to know what that area you're investing in has been designated for the purpose.
Thank you so much. You've given us an amazing interview. You've also really broken down these concepts very well. But then I think the last question that I'd like to ask you is, what legal options do I have if a real estate deal goes sour?
That's a very interesting question.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think first and foremost, the most important question to ask is, when did the deal go sour? Yeah, when did that happen? Because that will inform what route you're going to take in terms of the legal recovery process. But most importantly, what did you sign when you are getting into this deal? What does that document say? Because that document is going to guide how you're going to find recourse for whatever malpractice or whatever ill or whatever breach or whatever sourness has happened. But at that point in time, I'd obviously recommend that you get a good litigation counsel, because they're the ones who will be able to give you the best strategy based on the documents that you signed, and of course within the context of what is happening. Yes.
For sure. Thank you so much, Faith, for that. We really appreciate you and Mamitra and Co-Advocates. And so that's all we had for you today at Chanza Lifestyle Series. I've been your host, Israel Lagadiru. I will see you in the next one.